Hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peek's Peak. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the Kobalt 24 volt 12-inch chainsaw. Now guys, I'll go ahead and tell you, I don't do a lot of tool reviews, but every once in a while, I have a tool that I am very happy with, and I'm just excited to share information about it. This is not a sponsored video. Nobody asked me to make this video. I just found this Kobalt 12-inch chainsaw to be very handy, very useful around the homestead. I wanted to talk just a little bit about it, tell you guys what I thought. First thing about this little Kobalt chainsaw is it uses the same batteries that I use for all my power tools. I've got my impact wrench, 1/2-inch drive impact wrench, the small brushless impact drill, and I already had 24 volt batteries, and that's why I went with these tools. Now, the 40 volt and some of the others, probably great tools, might even be better than some of these, but the fact remains is the 24 volts what I had in my garage, and that makes them useful because I already have batteries, and batteries are expensive. So, this little chainsaw here really is everything you need for either a small home cleanup chainsaw or for just like cleaning up trails and brush and things like that. Perfect for that. You're not gonna go out and cut a load of firewood with this chainsaw, but it's great for just cutting off a few limbs or cleaning up stuff that's fell in the yard, or like we did in our video not too long ago, take it out to the trails and you clean the brush off of the trails after a big storm. So that's what this saw is good for. Now I picked this saw up off of I was using the Lowe's app, but off of Lowe's online, and ordered it, had it shipped straight to the house, and it came with a battery for just over $100. I think maybe $119.99, and it came with a 4 amp hour battery, which is the battery I used in that last video where we did our trail cleanup. And I cut down several trees, and I was cutting logs, 10 inches diameter and better, and cutting them up into firewood with one 4 amp hour battery. You can get quite a few cuts out of it. Pretty handy setup here. I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen the chain. We're gonna take this up in the woods and do a few test cuts and just kind of do a little bit of showing you how it works. And I'll kind of run through the features here real quick for you. It does have a brake, and when the brake is set, it kills power to the motor, so it doesn't even try to kick on. Your gas-powered chainsaw, when you kick the brake on, obviously you're going to burn the clutch if you're trying to give it gas and the brake is set, because it's an actual brake on the chain. This one also is a brake on the chain, and you can't move the chain with the brake set. But once you turn the brake off, then you're moving. So first thing you want to do when you get this saw is fill it up with chain oil. You don't want to run it without chain oil, and if you're like me, you run a gas-powered saw, every time you fill up your gas tank, that's when you fill up your oil. But you don't have that luxury on this, so you got to remember to check your oil, make sure you keep oil in there because you'll ruin your chain if you don't. The next feature on this chainsaw is how easy it is to tighten your chain. You've got this little nut on the side that just loosens by hand, so you don't even have to carry any tools with you. Turn the wheel upward and it tightens your chain. Snug this back down. And that's all there is to tightening the chain. It seems to do really well. It holds the chain tightness well. Now, this is one of the things that I did not like about the 8-inch pole saw that I bought, was that it didn't have this feature. There was no way to adjust the chain on it. So the 24 volt pole saw doesn't have this, and that was kind of a downfall of it. But they have it on this one, and that works good. So let's go ahead and get this chain sharpened up, and we'll go out and do just a little bit of work with it. Now, to sharpen the chain, you're gonna have to take your brake off, so remove the battery. That way, you've got no power, nothing to worry about here. Now, I was looking at this chain for the marker to know where to start sharpening it. It actually has an extra depth gauge in between these two teeth right here. So that's your marker so that you know you've been all the way around. So I've got her all sharpened up. I got us a battery in here, so let's head up to the pond and we'll find us some brush and stuff to clean up. We'll do a few test cuts just to show you how this thing works. Now, if only a guy had a battery powered chainsaw with him on a trip like this. Oh, look at this. So guys, this right here is what this 12-inch Kobalt chainsaw is made for. It's, you know, battery powered chainsaw. You can pack it on the four-wheeler. I've got my hedge trimmers and my chainsaw right here on the four-wheeler, and I have enough battery power in each of these to do about 2 hours worth of trail work. So I'm ready to go. And so we roll up on a couple of down trees on the trail. You can cut up to, you know, 10, 11, maybe even 12-inch logs with this if you were trying to just clear something off of the trail. But this wood right here is the kind that you can cut up into firewood for the campfire and just clear the whole thing. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to knock the limbs off of this and drag the brush out of the way, and then chop these up into firewood real quick. That way we'll have the firewood for the campfire, because this trail right here actually is our air rifle shooting range. We've got a 50-yard straight shot on this trail to a steel target and a couple of racks where we can put balloons and shoot the balloons. And then behind me over here is the pond. You can see straight through the woods. So setting up right beside the edge of the pond and the campfire, we can shoot this way and get 50 yards for our air rifle. We don't ride the four-wheelers on this trail a lot. That's why the trees are still here. But we're gonna go ahead and get these taken care of. Put her in the dirt. On camera for everybody to see. So we cut off several limbs as we drove through the trails. Some I showed, some I didn't. And then we cut up those 2 trees that were down and cut them into firewood sticks. We have half our battery left. So we are going to, this little tree right here, we cut up during our trail clearing video, but I left the stump sticking up here looking all nasty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and chop it off there since we're up here doing a demonstration, and we'll see how this thing does. Whoops. Well, it worked. I didn't make the straightest cut, but I was kind of more concerned about trying to get a camera angle and all that. But anyway, we got her chopped off there. I'm gonna cut it down a little closer to the ground now. There you go. That gives you an idea. There's our 12-inch bar. Now, that's probably 10 inches across that way and 6 or 7 that way. So that's about as close to the ground as I want to get with it, because we're pretty much cutting roots that way. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think we're getting great results. Now guys, don't misunderstand me. I'm not telling you to get rid of your Steel Farm Boss or your Husqvarna or whatever your saw of choice is, by no stretch. I'm not saying buy a 24-volt trim saw to do major work, but this is a perfect little strap it on the back of the four-wheeler and head out to the trails, have it with you kind of saw, because it'll get you taken care of in a pinch, and it's perfect for this light trail work. So that's what we're talking about today. 24-volt Kobalt 12-inch chainsaw, and it's perfect for either a homeowner with very little to take care of and they're going to clean up limbs around the yard and that sort of thing, or if you need a little saw that you can throw on the side of the tractor or throw on the back of the four-wheeler to have out there just in case you need to knock some limbs out of the way. That's what this saw is perfect for. I'm very happy with it for the money. I mean, we're talking 120 bucks. You can't buy any kind of gas-powered saw worth anything for that money. So this is a great little tool to have. I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna tag this product in the video, and if it's offered on Amazon, I'm also gonna share an associate's link on there. And if you happen to decide to want to buy one of these, if you use the links from my description, then I get credit for advertising this saw. Doesn't cost you anything extra to buy through that link, but it gives me credit so that they'll know that I'm out there talking about their product. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day.